Hello, everyone, and welcome to Battle of the Beasts All Generation, episode number 104. I'm Adam, and today we are nearing the home stretch of round 2. Still a fair amount of battles to go, but we're getting to the interesting ones now, the nitty and gritty. So, without any further ado, let's get into the tournament battle with introducing the two beasts competing in today's fight. Obviously, you can tell what the beasts are by reading the title, but we're going to pretend that you do not know. So, anyway. Representing the infinite group of specials, and by infinite I mean only 20 something specials, we have the killer of Drogan the Jungle Menace back in round 1. It is Lucas's favourite to win, probably, Jakara the Ghost Warrior. And her opponent. Some would say he should win, because he killed not one, but 2 dragons in round 1. Yes, he killed Vedra and Crymon, the twin beasts of Avantia. Yet again, another special. I am, of course, talking about Magror, Ogre of the Swamps. Now you're probably thinking, if a beast as strong as Magror being able to kill 2 dragons at once, what opponent could Jakara be against this thing? Well, Jakara has killed Drogan and absorbed one of his abilities. That is something new that Jakara can do. It's something that I established back in round 1 and said I was going to do. I'll stop talking in this condescending tone because I kind of find it annoying. Anyway, let's get into reading the stats. Jakara is perhaps the most tragic beast Tom has encountered. She is a hideous magical fusion of the ghost beast Jakara and Kara, a former mistress of the beasts. When Aduro set off on his own quest to find Kara, Tom followed. He was faced with the task of finding a way to free the good warrior from the awful fate of being bound to an evil beast forever. Special fact is Kara now rests in peace in the Gallery of Tombs. So, yeah. Good for her. Age is 60, power 296, magic level 185, fright factor 89, and size 55. Fun facts, Jakara is actually the smallest of all the beasts. Abilities are weapon mastery with an axe, wind and water manipulation, but that's only on Krykos, so sorry Jakara, you can't use that. Mind manipulation, non-physical body, absorption, so that's where the Wolverine claws from Drogan goes, and enhanced strength. Equipment is Kara's silver axe and Kara's golden armor, so she has the golden armor powers as well. So, yeah, a bit overpowered. Weaknesses is the separation weakness. If Jakara is split back into Jalka and Kara if her breastplate is removed. Now, we're going on to Magror now. Need to find the page in the Bible of Beast Quest books. Here we are. Almost showed Jakara again. Here we are. Okay. So, Magror, Ogre of the Swamps. This 4-armed ogre, with a nest of snakes for hair and 2 sharp tusks, provide quite an adversary for Tom's father, Taladon, and the team of heroes who accompanied him. Arrows are useless against Magror's thick skin, and any quester would be wise to avoid his club-like fists. Age is 117, power 265, magic level 158, fright factor 91, size 300. Great film, by the way. So, with Magror having a very big size advantage on Jakara, what could Jakara do to try and beat this? Oh, we'll find out. But first, abilities: enhanced strength, thick skin, natural weaponry, multiple arms, snake hair, and swamp water physiology. Magror's body is turned into swamp water if he is defeated. It seems he has no control when this happens. Okay, so that's kind of a weakness, actually. And weaknesses are snake hair removal. Okay, so this is actually an interesting matchup for multiple reasons. One, it's one of Lucas's favourites to win, so needs to be an interesting matchup. Not to mention, he actually does have an interesting matchup against Magror here. Because I actually like Magror. Lucas, I don't think is the biggest fan of it, but honestly, I would be happy for either of them to win, but I can't be biased. So anyway, As for a battlefield, I'm thinking a good old rocky terrain arena. Who doesn't love the rocky terrain? Anyway, close your eyes and let me weave you a tale of how one beast destroys another. As the chamber doors open, Magror stomps through the chamber door, makes its way to the center of the arena, and roars into out to the arena, trying to intimidate any opponent who will be foolish enough to face him. He looks around looking for his opponent, can't seem to find anything, until he hears what sounds like a very sinister laugh coming from inside another chamber. He looks towards that chamber, and what and as the figure steps out, Magor seems confused by seeing a half physical form but a half wispy spectral form. Almost like this isn't a human. This is this seems to be part human. Magor is understandably confused by this. Whilst in confusion, Jakara then goes from being all mysterious, gets straight into the battle formation and charges up towards Magror, lifting up her axe, ready to swing right down on Magror. Magror is caught off guard, picks up a rock and throws it towards Jakara, causing Jakara to swing the axe to break the rock in half. And Jakara quickly goes to lift her axe back up again, only for Magror to stop Jakara right where she is, pick her up, and chuck her to the other side of the arena. Jakara is able to regain herself and land on her knee and foot, as well as keeping her axe buried in so she doesn't go too far back. Charges right back up to Magror again. Magror this time picks up multiple rocks and chucks them towards Jakara. Jakara dodges each and every one, jumps up, jumps along another rock which was thrown, so she has the height advantage above Magror, brings up the axe and swings it down towards Magror. Magror lifts up his arm to defend his head, and it just slices right onto his arm, causing a waterfall of blood to wash out. Magror roars in pain and in retaliation goes to punch Jakara. Jakara then dodges it and, using her newfound ability from Drogan, got the Wolverine claws and stabs it right into Magror's wrist of one of his other arms. Magror was shocked and surprised to see something like that. He then gets one other arm and pulls Jakara away from his injured arm, still having a waterfall of blood come out of his arm above that one. So we got the top right arm and the bottom left arm, let's say, is damaged. He lifts up Jakara with the bottom right arm, and with his top left arm puts it also on Jakara and starts compressing the ever living life out of Jakara. Jakara doesn't seem to be struggling at all, and if anything, just laughs as she manipulates her form to go full ghostly mode and go right through Magror's hands. She reforms underneath Magror, and with her Wolverine claws, stabs right at Magror's chest and then pulls it down, causing as well 4 parallel lines to go right down Magror's chest, causing blood to gush out all of them. Magror roars in pain and takes a step back just to regain himself. In that time, Jakara is able to retrieve her axe and swing it right at Magror, just about around his stomach area, causing a giant gash to form. Jakara chucks the axe aside and, using both her hands, puts her hands into Magror's stomach gash and pulls it open for a tsunami of blood to come pouring out. Magror falls to his knees in exhaustion, weakness, running out of blood. Jakara then walks away, thinking, he can't do anything anymore. Picks up her axe, and the human side of her looks back towards Magror and sees a beast groaning in pain, aching in agony. And there seems to be a twinge of sympathy coming from Jakara's human side. Almost like Magror doesn't deserve this. So she turns round, in her human voice, says, I'm sorry for what I've done. She lifts up her axe and brings it right down on Magror's neck, decapitating him completely. All of Magror's body just slumps down to the ground. Jakara did the human side of Jakara did this just as a way of just respects for Magror, knowing that he was in tons of pain and putting him out of his misery is the good thing to do. As the Jakara, with the human side possessing it, was about to make her way back, the ghost side finally takes control and says, "What are you doing? You are about to lose a perfectly good chance to get another ability? No, 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 I am getting this ability." Then Jakara, now controlled by Jalka, turns around and kind of makes her way towards the dead corpse of Magror, sticks the ghostly arm inside of Magror's chest, and almost like absorbs any remaining energy left. After all that is absorbed, Magror's body seems almost dried, desaturated. Doesn't the human side sees this, but doesn't remember this happening from Jakara, from Drogan when they did that. So what's the difference here? And at that moment, Jakara just fell backwards in a twinge of like a jolt of pain, almost like something's happening to her. Her formation is changing of sorts. After she collapsed to the floor and just rolls around, writhes in agony. The spectators just watching this, thinking, "What is happening over there?" When the pain stops, Jakara gets back up, doesn't feel any different anymore, and just looks at the spectators just cheering at this. All she still sees her Wolverine claws, but doesn't know what else has happened. But then after clearly a die-hard Magror fan saw this, an enraged fan, let's say, threw a rock towards Jakara, in a way of saying, "You destroyed this beast out of cold blood." I don't know. And before it even hits Jakara, Jakara saw it get caught, but Jakara didn't lift up her arms for this. She looks down and sees that she has another set of arms underneath her current arms. Jakara now has Wolverine claws and 4 arms, all with Wolverine claws on them. The ghostly side of Jakara or Jalka, shall I say, smiles at this and says, "See what I mean? You could have missed out on this. Good thing I had the sense to take his powers from him." Jalka, satisfied, makes his way back to his chamber, with Kara having no control, thinking, "This is not right. This is not right. Take other people's powers just to win a tournament." They make their way back to the chamber. The chamber door closes, and battle is over. So with that, Magror has lost. Jakara has won. You think Magror should have won? Please some comments below. I think that. However, my word is final, and Jakara is moving on to the next round. So yeah, honestly, I would not have minded if either of these beasts won or lost, because I like both of these beasts. However, I had to lean towards Jakara for narration purposes, but also, not gonna lie, it is kind of a good plot point or good arc to this whole tournament that Jakara is absorbing the abilities of the beast that she beats. That can lead to some interesting results on what other beasts she can face against, and if she wins, absorb their abilities. I agree with Kara though, it's wrong. But hey, Jalka's an evil beast. Jalka will do whatever it takes to win. I do have other arcs going over this entire tournament. Some I'm not going to reveal, but because there's now only one beast left in that series, I will say Series 13 had an arc to where all the beasts are very twisted to the point where they would go that extra mile after winning just to show how ruthless and brutal they are. I did that in round one, and now only one beast from Series 13 remains, and he's yet to fight. So that arc was a bust. I'm a bit upset about that, but whatever, what can I do? But anyway, Jakara's won, Magror's lost. And with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press this little notification bell down, press that little notification bell down, press that little notification bell down in the corner below. There we are. And until then, I'll see you next time.